Yes, I'm wondering why it takes so long for the snowplows to start plowing the roads when there's a snowstorm.
Have you noticed that, Lisa, that they're not out there in your street or in your neighborhood?
Yes, and I live on Falcon Ridge Drive, so just
we're
across
neighbors.
the street from you.
Yeah, we're
and
neighbors.
when there's a snowstorm at 8 p.m. in the evening, at 8 a.m. in the morning, the snow is still on 68th Street.
So 68th Street, this is funny because this is actually the street that both Lisa and I use every single morning. 68th Street is what we call a priority 2 route, I think. I don't have the map right in front of me. And so, of course, our goal is always to do the priority 1 routes that carry more than 30,000 cars a day first. And sometimes if it's still snowing, you got to do multiple swipes at it. But what we did last year, 2010 actually, is we significantly increased the snow plowing budget in the city. Increased it by 1/3 as a matter of fact. And we now have performance standards that say the priority 1 routes must be done within 24 hours of the snow stopping. I really have to highlight the so stopping. People often are behind me saying, you know, it's still snowing and I haven't seen any plows. Well, unfortunately, modern science has not allowed us to plow it before it falls. But the priority 1 routes have to be done in 24, the priority 2 routes have to be done in 48. And I actually think that the snowplow crews have been doing a good job with their new expanded benefits, expanded resources. We've certainly seen a lot of positive feedback on that. And in fact, the number of collisions on snowy days has declined really significantly as a result. We can always do better, and I always encourage people that if you've got particular trouble spots, if you live on a hill, if you have an issue where there's an area that's not being done well, you have to call 311 and let us know.
$24 million was put into the budget, I believe, for the snow removal. Do you feel it's working? Do you feel it's money that we need more effort with? What seems to be the one issue that you feel that if we can just do this one thing, Phoenix, it would be this?
On snow plowing, you mean?
Yeah.
No, I think we're actually doing a pretty good job on that.
Okay.
We're finding a lot of new efficiencies, and I got to tell you that on that particular one, I always have my little gauge, compliments versus complaints, and on that particular issue, the compliments into my office far outweigh the complaints. So this year, what we were able to do is we had a little bit of money left over, and so we expanded the number of priority 1 streets. We added, I want to say about 15 kilometers more of streets that were kind of on the verge, and also streets that have on-street bike lanes. There's, by the way, a really funny editorial about that. How can you only plow the bike lane? The cars will be... No, we're plowing the whole road that just happens to have a bike lane on it. And we were able to do that without increasing the budget at all. Now, this is a snowy winter. So this will also be a test for the other thing that we did, which is we created, I don't want to get into all the boring accounting of it, but we created a new form of budgeting for this particular business so that they're not always outspending their budget in snowy years and having savings in other years. We created a reserve fund for them. Last year they put money into the reserve fund because there was so little snow. This year they will likely have to take money out, so it'll be a good test to see if it works.